This is Kelly from Root Pursuit, and in my last video I did postcards, making faux postcards, and in this one it's just showing you the mask making process. So the first step is to find the line. I used a ribbon trim here. These are scrapbooking sticker borders. This is washi tape. This is some scrapbooking paper. This is an envelope. This is a stamp. Okay, so at this point I've selected all of my pieces that are going to go down here, but I haven't completely glued them down because I'm going to see if I'd like any background papers behind them. Fill in the address. I set all of these down, the top quote or script or whatever, and then I add in the decorative paper or book page underneath it. So this is what I've come up with. This is like a title in a book. This is from a genealogy book. This is a quote from a book. Some tickets. This is from like a happy planner sticker. That's a quote. This is a miniaturized business card, another quote, and then one of these decorative labels I made in a previous video. The next phase is stamps. We can also add circles at this point. Canceled stamp that the post office stamps onto the postcard as it's going through the post office. So at this phase, I have put down my stamps. Some are stickers, some were from magazines, and this is a real stamp. I'm kind of surprised that's the only real stamp because I have a lot of real stamps, but that was the only one that I ended up with. Then in addition to that, I did some stamping. I ended up only doing blue. It seemed to look pretty good with most of the colors, probably because I like blue. And then once I did that, then I added a circle of some kind of paper or sticker. So this is like an S, this circle here with a little symbol in the middle, and then these postage stamp stickers. So yep, they all have a little bit of that just to kind of balance them out. Next phase is to find some script to put in there and then some kind of background decorative thing to go underneath our script. Well, I'm really happy with how these are looking. They're getting super close to being done. I have one more. I'll just kind of show you the process for the scraps on this one. So you can kind of see what I did with the others. This one was just plain. This one had a harlequin background with a quote, a random script with some scrapbooking paper, more scrapbooking paper and script, and a little book page. I did a mirroring on the coloring of the stamp and the coloring here on this end to kind of bring it together. This one I did some script and some scrapbooking paper with this quote, used a similar quote on this and a little bit of map which matched this color here. This one is pretty plain, just some scraps and similar on this one. So here we're going to add a little scrap paper here, and I have a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, kind of a fun quote. So let's see how this will fit on here. I am going to have to put it at an angle. Let's see. No, I've been wanting to use this piece, and actually I want this to be under that, so okay, just a nice little random scrap. And I can always trim the bottom there at the end. And then, all right, how do I want to do this? We're getting really close to the final stage of this, which is decorative elements. And this is my quote. I'll just kind of put right across there like that. And there is another one. So these are looking really good. I think I'll just start adding on my focal points, and I think you can come along for this part because it's a little bit fun, and I prepared these already, so I kind of know which direction I want to go with some of these, and I'm just going to set them down, and then I'll glue everything at the end. So I've got this as an option. I like the purple. I don't know. The red is nice. Oh, the red is nice. I've got some daffodils. Oh, they all look good. I really like the red on this one, though. It's a different direction than some of the other ones. Let's see here. Got some flowers. There we go. I could do like this. Earth, laughs, and flowers, so I think we have to have a lot of flowers on that one. All right. This is so pretty. Can do a little mushroom on that one. Oh, that looks neat. I don't want to block anything though. I like that. That's cute. I don't know if that goes there. Could do another. No. Yeah, maybe. It's kind of a neat look. Butterfly here. I don't know. This kind of needs something. Mushroom. I don't know if that looks right. It does look nice. Okay, we'll leave that there. This is really a dark kind of a flower. That's not the direction I wanted to go. Now I'm getting a little finicky with things. So I'll glue these on and see what else I can come up with. I think we've done it, and I think I'm just gonna show you each one. So, oh, there's a little scrap on there. So I added the flowers as the final piece on this one. On this one, I added the mushroom and the flower accent in the corners. On this one, I just added this one little flower. Go along this way. On this one, I added this butterfly, the with love circle, and a little mushroom. Oh, in addition to this flower washi sticker. So I added quite a few to that one. I thought it needed a lot, and I wanted it to be kind of busy. This one has some interesting colors, kind of striking. I really like this one. I like them all, actually. This one has a lot of yellow. I added this flower bit. So this is a scrap from a magazine, and this is also a scrap from a beading magazine. So that was a gardening magazine, and this was a beading magazine. So those are the only two I added on that one. On this one, I added this butterfly and this border. And the mushroom also. I did add the mushroom on this side. That was the only one I added on that on this side, where I added a little more decoration. And this one, so pretty. I added the mushroom and this little bit of flower, and I didn't think it really needed anything else. The last one is this one. I just added this black and white washi sticker and the little butterfly bit of border. So as the final step, I'm probably going to ink some of these and trim. So some of them needed to, if you flip them over, you can see I did some of them already, so maybe they don't need any. But if I had any overhanging scraps, then I could just trim the edges to make sure everything's straight. This one had a little edge that I needed trimmed. So I almost forgot. The really obvious thing, which you're probably wondering about, is what is on the other side of these postcards, which I did almost forget, but I didn't. I did it. So here it is. I used images. So some of these, you know, they don't necessarily work for collage, which I do a lot of, and they're just a nice solid image. So these may have come from an art magazine or something like that. So this one I did here. This was the back. Here's one. This was another sort of art image, scrapbooking paper. There's this one, and I ended up using from old black and white 60s sort of history books. You have these images of cities, and those work really well. Here's one, very pretty one. So I used this lovely image of these ladies on that one. This one I used some decorative paper. Oh, this was a Duncan Hines packaging, and I left the border. So adding a border does make it look pretty nice. And a lot of them I just glued it on and then trimmed around it. If you do trim it, don't use your fussy cutters. It's a lot easier to get a straight line with your big scissors. There's a long distance for you to get it straight. That made a big difference because I was starting out with my fussy cutting scissors. These Tim Holtz tonic scissors, they also have a slight curve to them that is really good for fussy cutting, but not for a straight line. So kind of good to remember if you sometimes say, I'm really not good at cutting straight lines. The scissors that you choose really does make a big difference. So something to think about. Okay, next one. Another black and white from an old history thing. So there's that one. This one was from a calendar. So that was the calendar, and then I just cut that image straight out of it. So calendar images. Sorry about the... Love these old rusty trucks. Just my favorite. And this was just some scrapbooking paper. And I thought it went nicely on there. This was an image from a magazine that I thought was quite lovely. And so this was the front of the postcard, and then the back had this nice image on it. So a magazine are perfect for really cheap, easy options for the back of your postcards. So that part was really quick and easy. As far as making faux postcards, these are really fun. I think we are calling these done. So I'm super happy with these. This is how you mass make. So it probably took me an hour or so to do 9 of them. It would have taken me a lot longer to do them individually. So I was glad that I did try this mass making process and I got a lot done. Well, I hope you appreciate this process and you can use it for yourself. I have a few items for sale in my Etsy shop. I still have one more Christmas ephemera bundle. So if you happen to be making a Christmas, I have one left. If you're interested in seeing more quick videos, I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel. So you click on playlists and there'll be a quick list section. And as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.